Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the second annual Gooner Gathering Awards, or as I like to call it, the Goons. My name is Posh Bertie, poshest man in all of sports entertainment, and joining me in this spectacular occasion is Gooner Gathering's founding father, Mr. Gooner Lee Meads. But I am furious at him. I am irate at him. Where is your suit, boy?
Boy? I think you need to show a bit of respect, to be fair.
Where is your suit? I should have shown respect to you if you were dressed up for the occasion.
Not having this. I've told you in advance. I'm in the blooming oven over here. I know. As soon as we have some hot weather here in sunny Chelmsford, this place turns into a furnace. So, yeah. I'm here, and I'm here to have a good time.
Yes, okay. I'll make it an exception, as you are a fully fledged great member of the channel. In fact, the channel wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So you kind of have to be there regardless of what on earth you wear. So
Thanks,
yeah.
Mate.
Anyway,
what a start.
Cold open out of the way, although it's not really much cold here in Chelmsford, apparently. But yes, this is the second annual Gooner Gathering Awards ceremony show, whatever you want to call it. And last year it was very good. We looked back through some very good memories of the season, and we're going to do the same for the season just gone. Are you looking forward to this?
Of course I am, mate. I always look forward to doing videos with you, sir. It's always a pleasure and an honour.
Excellent. So
there's definitely no problems with the rockers here.
You're gonna throw me out the barbershop window because I condemned you refusing to wear a suit in this momentous occasion.
I'm gonna cut this video in a minute if you're not careful.
Well. Moving on swiftly to the celebration of the year awards. Yes, we have seen some spectacular goals given to us by Arsenal Football Club this season. And when we were doing our watch-alongs, it resulted in us going wild. I've got 3 nominations here. The first is a game that we mentioned in our last video against Manchester United, in which Declan Rice scored what we thought was going to be the winning goal. More on that later. In, I believe, the 96th minute. The score was 1-1 with just 2 minutes to go. And then, hang on, I got to get to the big moment here. And then, this is it. And then this happened. Oh.
Can we get something right to death? We scored very late last season with Nketiah. Here comes the corner from Saka. It's goal! Right to death! Declan Rice! Declan Rice scored! Right at the end!
Declan! Hang on! Hang on!
I think he's saying, "Oh, that's jolly good news."
I had to mute myself because I said a naughty word. It might go to VAR though. It's Fulham all over again. I don't know. Well, there we go. That was a very good moment there. Talk me through your emotions on that goal while I go and set up the next one.
Okay. Well, it's funny. It's funny. I remember this game so vividly. Because you'd absolutely were throwing toys and everything around the place after Garnacho's disallowed goal. And, and it's funny because I kind of preempted it as well. I remember a little bit before that. I still feel there's going to be a chance for someone to score here. And the just the pre-bit before the corner was taken. We scored very late last year against Manchester United with Nketiah. Can we do it again? Oh, brilliant.
There's something about Arsenal versus Man United that has a thing for 90th minute winners.
But that second year in the trial that happened.
The
reaction.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Because there was another goal in that game, which if I'm going to share my screen,
it's probably still easy on the back end, actually. But
come on,
Arsenal with the ball. All they need to do is keep it through a goal. Gabriel Jesus to finish it. And
Come on! Oh my God! Right, walk with me through glory. You get to see a tour of my house now, almost. Oh my God!
Good God Almighty, he's running around.
Oh, special cameo. I'd like you to meet my Uncle Russ. What do you make of it?
Hello, mate.
Oh, brilliant. What a finish.
Yeah. I don't know why he's here. And my dad's here. What do you make of it?
It was about similar to Polion's goal.
Polion, yeah, I remember the name.
Oh my God, I've got the verdict. There you go. Zoe Marie in the chat as well there. But yeah. Oh, it featured walk around my living room, appearances from family members. And that wasn't it. That was an absolutely fantastic moment, wasn't it? And a great win all round, don't you think?
I mean, what a professional commentator I am. I could see it happening right in front of me. I saw the pass beforehand, and you see my eyes widen. it was my Martin Tyler Aguero moment. Shame we didn't pick up the thing at the end, but
oh, I thought it was your Murray Walker I've got a lump in my throat moment.
I might have had that had things gone differently on the Sunday beforehand, mate.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, in that game, as I try and find the next clip, every emotion ran wild, brother, didn't it? In that game,
I think it wore you out, mate, didn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
What was the word you came out with right at the end when Spencer was on with us? Life comes at you fast. I think
life comes at you fast. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And I was absolutely raging at a Garnacho's goal there.
Yeah. And that's a funny moment as well.
What I'm trying to find. Yeah, what I'm trying to find is your calm celebration for the. Here we go. This is it. This is the Trossard goal against Chelsea, where we talk about we've seen celebrations where both of us went really crazy and wild, but this is I think as us philosophers would call it, an oxymoron. Because this is a very calming kind of celebration when we equalised against Chelsea. Well, you did anyway.
Havertz.
Come on.
Saka. Here comes the cross. And there's the equaliser.
Get in! Trossard.
It's an equaliser.
Okay.
That looked onside to me.
And it's just it's like, yeah, see, I can see the future and all that. But I think, yeah.
And you say you can see the future. I said in this game 2-0. While you were busy on your phone, if I recall, because I think you were busy on your Twitter machine.
I was trying to fix my TV. Like, that stream was all over the place.
I don't think that not that moment. Not that moment.
Declan Rice, yeah.
So what I was saying to you is that you might think I'm crazy or something, but I can see us getting back into this. And so you being the prophet of doom that you always are.
Yeah,
I don't see it as the ball goes in the net.
You know what? Because I'm very nice to you, I found it now. This is the short that you were talking about.
Yeah, cool.
I might have put this in the YouTube short or the Edge category, but I think the one I'm thinking of is an absolute no contest, and it also happened in that stream. But this is the one you're
As
thinking.
daft as you're going to say I am, right? There's always that crumb of, maybe something can change. I've seen it before,
Well, I hope you're right, but it doesn't look like it at the moment.
As the ball goes in the net.
What happened? Oh my God!
It's Declan Rice. It's 2-1 to Chelsea.
Like an RKO out of nowhere. But I think the one I'm going to go for is the Jesus goal against Man United. Don't you agree? Because that was just, that was fantastic. We've talked about that enough, I think. But yeah, that's what it's going to go to.
For raw emotion and that rare moment for me, perhaps, where that you see the neutral voice of me trying to do the commentary, which I try and do quite often with it. And then because of the timing of it and everything like that, and it took over me. And I was a man possessed at the end, I think.
I think we all were come the end of that game. But yeah, I've not got an empty bottle like I did last year. So the award is going to be in the shape of this glass. You can it's washed off, but you can kind of see the Thatcher's cider logo. Because us posh people love something with the word Thatcher in the title. But anyway, next up is the wrestling reference of the season. And this we try to keep this on the down low, but we are fans of professional wrestling. I don't know if we've mentioned that. I've got a clip for one of them, but there's two nominations I'm thinking of. The first is when we had a very good man called Shane on recently, talking when we talked about the aftermath of Spurs and Man City, and we had him on because we wanted to get someone who was mad at all these both Arsenal and Tottenham fans. They were feeling possessed during that game. And Shane brilliantly said that Spurs fans wanting them to lose was like them wanting Ange to do the finger poke of doom. And that was no prompting from us at all. We said he was a wrestling fan off camera, but that was no prompting. No, that was his own reference. And yeah, fair play to him. But there is one more. There's one more here, if I can find it. It was the review show against Brighton, where we won 2-0. And there was a moment where it could have been 2-0 early on in the second half, but a brilliant clearance over the line from one Lewis Dunk, to which you then to which we hang on, let me live admin here. Here we go. Right, this is us referencing the good old OSW boys. Last ditch defending. You get what you saw with Lewis Dunk, and I think, and I even said on Twitter, like, fair play to you. That was a very good last ditch clearance. That's something you'd expect someone like Saliba to do. Obviously it's disappointing that we didn't score from that corner, but credit where it's due. That was a vital clearance from Lewis Dunk there. So Dunk, bruh, he did it.
Making Arsenal fans cry, bruh.
Making last ditch headers, bruh. Yeah. And look, if we look at the comments, look, who's this here?
Here we are. The magnificent fellows, old school wrestling podcast, OSW. It's one of my go-to channels on this very platform, just to escape from the world a little bit. When I've got things like Gooner Gathering to worry about, what Posh Bertie's going to put on Twitter next, all that sort of thing. They put out some great content, and if you're a wrestling fan, absolutely go and check them out and give them a subscribe.
Give them a subscribe, absolutely. So, I mean, purely because of that, I think it's a close one, but because OSW themselves comment video, I think we got that award to them, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. But definitely, I want to say about the previous suggestion with Shane. He was a first-time guest on our show, and he did such a great job on the thing. Yeah. It's always great having new guests on, and I think that was only his second ever broadcast and doing the YouTube, so he did fantastic. So we'll try and get him on. I got an idea for something for him during the pre-season, because we play Liverpool in the States, and it'd be nice to hear from him and their prep for the new season.
Oh,
yeah, I'm thinking in advance, mate. I really am.
I didn't know you were playing. I knew you were playing Man United, but I didn't know you were playing Liverpool as well. There we go.
Game.
All right. Next up, okay, I have got 2 clips for that. I just got to go and find them. It is the moment where I broke you. I know that sounds a bit harsh, but I don't mean literally. I mean when I put you into fits of laughter.
You did.
I made you chuckle, cackle, however you say it, guffaw. But I'm the first one. There's 2. The first one isn't the one you're thinking of. It's the one we did a review against for the game against Sheffield United, where we won 5-0, where then Nketiah got his hat trick. And you talked about you mentioned Fran, the lovely Fran, and I said yeah, she wanted to see Cedric in the starting 11 during that game. Where is the where's the short? I don't know. I can't seem to find it, but I said something along the lines of, I know that she does gardening, but I don't know what herbs have been in the garden, considering the fact that she wanted to see Cedric in the starting 11, and that made you laugh a lot. So there you go.
I put that on TikTok as well with the old Snoop Dogg thing on it, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
420 and all that.
I can't see. Yeah, VD, but I can't seem to find it here on YouTube anyway. But next up, here we go. This I've instantly found it. This is the one that I think you were thinking of originally during the Wolves game, and I noticed that Partey was coming on for Jesus.
Yeah.
Number 9 was coming off for number 5. Is there a reference in that? Let's see.
No, substitution.
I know. You see my problem?
Ah, here we are.
Oh my word, he listens. He's got us in his earpiece. Thank you.
And it's Jesus for Partey.
Referencing a Dolly Parton song, 9 to 5. Gabriel Jesus is coming up.
That was
Number
superb.
5, Thomas Partey is coming on, which means Arteta might be pushing Havertz up front. Well, there we go. Talk about references there. And that was an important game as well. Of course, we won 2-0, which was very good. Yeah, I think we're going
to come on that. Because I had to mute myself because I couldn't control it.
Yeah, there's a lot more. I think that your uncontrollability, if that's a word, lasted about 5 minutes. So yeah, purely because I could find that clip, I think we're going to give the award to that. So yeah, Dolly Parton gets an award. Sorry,
I'm picking up these awards tonight. I love it.
Yeah, we all are. It's very yeah. We like our obscure references.
What done me is that came out of absolutely nowhere, and I don't think. Yeah, you're a lyrical gangster, mate. That's what it is. And
I didn't know. I didn't know I had wit that quick.
No. And I think that's because you caught me so off guard. I mean, I can't think of any other channel that would have done a Dolly Parton reference on a football watch along with us sort of mixing in wrestling references as well. I mean, what more could you ask for?
If Cultaholic did a football channel, he probably would have done something silly like that. But but to put us on a par with them, yeah,
absolutely.
But good people. I think you might be picking up. We are on par with Carl. We're coming for them. Tom Campbell, watch out. But no, I think you might be on the verge of picking up another award here because we've got the brilliantly named unintentional injury of the season.
Oh, this is painful. Don't do this to me.
It's not just footballers that pick up some injuries during the season. Whether it's a member of the channel or whether it's an inanimate object that makes videos on this channel, then those particular matters pick up various injuries. There's 2 nominations. The first goes to you, Mr. Meadows, and this is all down to me. I'm to blame for this.
Yeah,
you were rushing home to try and do a video with me, and you used an e-scooter. And would you care to explain what happened after that?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, the car I had is broke, so I was trying to get home, and the buses were not helping me out in the slightest. I was in the town centre here in jolly old Chelmsford. It was not a very nice day either. It was a bit wet, and I'm thinking I'm getting closer to this 7 o'clock go time on these things, and I don't like to let my co-workers down and such. So I thought, well, maybe I'll jump on one of these things, one of these scooter things, and I'll get home. I've used the things before, no problem. I get probably quarter of a mile away from the front door, and I completely stacked it.
Hell of a bump.
It was a hell of a bump. I mean, I didn't take it well, mate. I didn't take from belly flop, I think. And because there was some wet leaves on the ground, the back end of the scooter span out. I face planted and I sprained my ankle and broke a couple of ribs. So that was good, and it got me in a lot of bother, to be fair.
This
video is going out to there's quite a few people from the shop who are subscribed to the channel, mate. So you'll get me into trouble for this.
I have to pay the medical bill. Did someone say
medical bill?
There you go. That's obscure reference of the year. Goes to that. Why won't the rivalries row? So
you should explain that. You're going to get people going, what?
Let them be confused. This video is not to be taken seriously. But subscribe to Wrestle Talk as well, the Monday Night War videos. Also I had a bit of thankfully nothing to do with my with me injury wise, but a certain piece of equipment that I use to record videos on this channel got injured, so to speak, and was out of action.
I'm not sure it's fully recovered, to be honest.
I
watch some of it back, mate.
I'd like to think it has, but I don't know what it was, but it was a glass of water, but I don't know what happened, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know how I did it. Did I try and pick up the water and I know I knocked it over and it went all over the laptop and I quickly tried to clean it up, but I tried to turn it off and I probably made a bit of a mistake there. As I turned it back on, it was it wouldn't respond to anything, so I had to get it fixed. Some of that money that I paid it with was actually going to be the medical money for your e-scooter problems, but I spent it on the laptop, sadly. But Yeah, hopefully it's as good as new. And I mean, just because and we had to have about a few weeks of crackling, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, I think you're going to pick up an award again, sir. Congratulations on your e-scooter problems, because you have won the injury of the season.
Well, I'll take the award for you.
How do you feel?
Embarrassed. Thank you.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It is not good. Yeah. Wasn't one of my finest moments, I can tell you.
Well,
but, you know, I have learned how to bump from Ric Flair, so that's probably how it went down. Something like that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm glad you bumped like Ric Flair on that and not on a plane. Anyway, a plane ride from hell, if you will.
Scooter ride from hell.
It was a scooter ride from hell, absolutely. But you're here in one piece, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Next up, from one cluster to another, it's the blooper of the season. Yes, even us professionals can get things wrong sometimes. I mean, where do we start here? There could be.
There's so many.
You could. You could just watch the entirety of the Arsenal-Chelsea review and the Tottenham-Arsenal watch-along for a massive blooper. The constant crackling due to whether it was my iPad or whether it was something on your end. I don't know what happened, but it was Crackle City, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, I don't know what went wrong.
The only crackling that I like is with a bit of pork belly. But yeah, it wasn't particularly good. The entirety of that Chelsea stream as well, because I think it was heavily raining where I was, and it sort of buggered the satellite on my roof, and the TV just went off. And I know I sound like a typical football fan blaming the rain, but I think it was probably to do with that.
Probably.
And then you tried to hold everything together, and and I was also too busy on my phone complaining about losing 2-0. I missed Declan Rice's goal where he put the ball in the net suddenly, as we mentioned there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But where was it? It's under videos, I think. There was this amazing moment on my Football Manager stream against AC Milan in the Champions League round of 16, where
I enjoyed cutting this.
Oh, look, there's Adam Pacitti in the background, in the bottom right corner there. Here we go. This was it. Just cheek getting sent off for AC Milan. The wheels are falling off in Milano. Everything was going all right. Lewis on, give him some game time. What?
Hang on.
You can replace Saliba, who's looking spent. You get Ben White, swap them around. Wait, why is Kivior starting? Did I forget to put Gabriel in there? oh my! And we're still winning. We're still winning. And hang on, I forgot to put Gabriel in there, and we. But that wasn't all. And now it's 3-1, and it's Kivior.
Timing.
What? Unintentional tactical masterclass right there. And, they don't call me tactical genius for nothing. Some say that's what Mikel Arteta was trying to do in August. He just forgot Gabriel was in the team for about 3 games. And I only did it once. So I've already done better than him. But yeah.
Will you stop?
I think, I've got you've got all the awards so far. I've got to get one at some point. We're gonna give the Blooper of the Year award. Yeah, I think we'll give it to both of us for the crackling. Actually,
hold on, because I've got an idea.
Yes.
So your laugh there just reminded me of something, and I want to give the Blooper of the Year award to you for this. Fancy getting a photo of Louise outside the gents' toilet.
So let me explain. And first of all, I still haven't reported you for vandalism on that photo. But let me explain the context behind the photo. So we gonna try and get in the way. So I approached Jennifer during that show and said, "Oh, can we get our traditional picture?" And she went, "Oh, absolutely, I love it." And and then immediately the lights almost went out and the show was about to start. So we quickly just went, "Oh, quick, let's get the picture now before the show starts and you've got to go to work." And the picture looked a bit rushed, and it just so happened we were just near the gents' toilets. We couldn't move. We couldn't really move anywhere because the show was about to start. So it just so happened to be in this location. So it was a rushed photo. If we had more time, we would have probably moved somewhere else in the room. But there we go. And that was a great night out as well. I listened to Trish Stratus speak about her illustrious career in the wrestling. And I think I still have the photo of myself. Here we go. This was the that was great. Look at it.
Look, Trish. Wow. What a night, mate. Fantastic.
One of the biggest trailblazers with Trish Stratus.
John, you beat me to saying it. Well done.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's a payback for you stealing a Kyle Walker joke from me during the Man City preview show. That should really be a category, joke rob of the year. But all right. The Blooper of the Year award does go to me. Thank you very much. I'm pleased that I'm the least professional one here. Yeah. Both from Jennifer Louise, and we'll give the Gabrielle one a mention because it was just so funny. Next up, I think this will probably go to me as well. The useless prediction of the season. There's an entire back catalogue. I think you may have done some silly predictions in the past. We've all got things wrong. But I think when Tottenham were on form going into September and October, I pressed the alarm button that they might be title contenders. And thankfully, the wheels fell off against Chelsea when all their players got injured and Romero got sent off and Nicholas Jackson got a hat-trick. And thankfully, that kind of derailed their season from there. Chelsea did me a favour there in a way. But I also want to talk about Newcastle United because I was concerned. We signed Havertz. Timber was injured. Well, was going to be injured, not at this time. We hadn't signed Rice yet. Actually, I think this is another video I said this because Spencer's in this. So give him credit here. And this is what I said about Newcastle at the start of the season. I got this on Twitter, by the way. Here we go. But there is a high chance they are going to go further than us in the Champions League if we're not careful. So we need to buck our ideas up.
Well, there you go. That's a bold claim from my broadcast partner. I don't necessarily agree with it, but we shall.
Well, there we go. That was hang on. What was that? There's a bold call from Bertie. I don't necessarily agree with it. That's basically a phrase this whole season.
I mean,
so
the funny. Did you see how when you said that, and I go,
and Spencer just looked like he'd rather be anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Spencer. He's a very lovely man, and I don't know if does he still do stuff on his channel, but check him out if he does.
I think he did. I think he did some gaming the other day.
Good.
Formula One,
the context behind that prediction was this was when we did a very famous video regarding Declan Rice potentially going to Man City, and rumours were that it was all but done. And I said, look, Newcastle are signing a lot of players. We've just signed Kai Havertz. If we're not careful, it was more a warning than a prediction, but we'll count it as a prediction for the content. But I said, if we're not careful, they could go further in the Champions League than us. Now, granted, if in my defence, Newcastle got the group of death in the Champions League, didn't they? If they had a bit of an easier group, who knows where they would have been? But you got AC Milan, PSG. They beat PSG, actually. They should have done the double over them, but VAR had other ideas. But, when you got those teams in your group, it was going to be hard for them, and they ended up finishing bottom of the group instead of qualifying. But I made that prediction, and I got it completely wrong. So I'll go my bad on that, and I get that award. So, yes, I get the useless prediction of the year. Thank you very much. But
absolutely.
I still believe in my vision for Arsenal, though.
Absolutely. How about the prediction, or just call this when you? I'm seeing if I can find it, where you were saying about before Declan had signed for us, and you were telling everybody that how he was we're going to get to him signing for Manchester City.
Let me find. There is a YouTube short there. Let me find it. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And this is it was during the summer when we were talking about the transfer window, and Declan Rice, is he going to go to Arsenal, or is he going to go to Man City? Who knows? This is it. Time to pay up or shut up. This is This is why.
That's it.
This is it. Right. Let me switch windows now.
What a complicated stream this is, mate. You're doing great, mate.
Yes, absolutely. Here we go. This is it. We are too slow and too. Oh, should we? Shouldn't we? We're too. And this is ironic coming from the poshest man here. We're too conservative. We're too conservative on Declan Rice. Not that kind of conservative. Don't worry. But we're too cautious when it comes to negotiating. We are too scared to go full throttle, to pay the price, pay what he's actually worth. And if the third bid comes in, I bet you it's going to be under his valuation, which is what they want. And that is why I think, and Posh Stradamus is going to strike again, I'm afraid. This time next week, it would have been a here we go, Declan Rice to Man City. And he will be in a Manchester City shirt. I fear that. I have grave reservations. And as Arsenal forever says, we need to pay up or shut up. There we go. I mean, I still agree with the fact that we're too cautious with negotiating.
Because, negotiations,
at the time, we had about an 80 million bid, and then our next bid was 75 million, but he increased the add-ons. So you can see where I was coming from there.
You believe too much of what you read in the press, sir. That's what it is.
I still think
it winds you up, doesn't it? It really winds you up. And this time of the season, now we haven't even gone into the transfer window yet. I can see this happening. The minute we get linked to a striker that you don't want, we're going to get, but I don't want him, he's useless, and all this.
If you're talking about Marcus Rashford, it's not just me, it's a lot of many of the more level-headed Arsenal fans are saying that. We're linked with him. He's one of the names, apparently. I'm not sure if I believe them.
Do you want me to respond? I will.
Yeah, go on.
Man, you ain't going to sell Rashford. He's just played in the cup final, for crying out loud. Come on, grow up.
Exactly. So that'll be that aged well moment for next season. If he ends up signing for us, and now
he won't.
He won't. I can't see it happening. We could do better. Next up is the. Actually, I think this is the final category. And it's funny, I've been sharing all these YouTube shorts because we've got YouTube short of the season. And this one I think is an easy one to mention, because I just need to go into the popular category on our YouTube channel in the short section, and it's our second most popular short with 1.6k views.
Unbelievable, man.
It is your lovely. It's during the Chelsea game as well, where everything and every single thing in the world happened on that video.
Yeah.
And it's your lovely daughter giving us some halftime entertainment, courtesy of a certain In the Night Garden character.
Oh, pickle, pickle.
Yes, my nigga,
Yes,
There we go. 1.6 thousand views, and it's all down to Amy. Who did that.
Amazing work from her. Love that.
It's a no contest. She's got to get that award, and that's it's a no contest. It's our second most popular short. That was fun. That Chelsea stream. Everything.
It had everything, didn't it, mate? It had everything.
It had everything.
It had this
Amy
fight and
singing.
adversity both ways. The prediction of the coming back, and they told you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Equalising goal. Wonderful stuff.
It's almost as if you used like Uri Geller, like reverse psychology or whatever, to get Trossard to get the equaliser there. That's what it was. But that was so yeah, Amy gets that award, I think. In fact, I don't think, I know. Is there any other memorable moments you can think of from our channel this season that I haven't mentioned?
Yes. This one here. So we were playing Manchester City at the Etihad, but on the same day,
let me find that.
I've got it.
Oh, okay.
On the same day, we were playing Chelsea in the Conti Cup final. As you guys know, I do follow the WSL quite regularly as well. I try and keep the channel as updated as I can with it. Now, see how this is going to work. I'll see if I can play this video and watch my reaction to it as Blackstenius scores the winner. Hang on, let's try and do this.
Are we going to have to put David Raya in the game, put him in a wig and call him Davina? Oh! Arsenal scored! Arsenal scored! Was that amazing? It's Blackstenius! In the last few moments! So we've got 4 minutes to go. Oh my God!
That one has to come out of the mention.
Clarification. That game was set to go to penalties until Blackstenius scored that winner. And that's why I said we got to put David Raya in a wig, because he was the penalty masterclass, wasn't he, against Porto?
Absolutely he was. And that kind of reminds me as well.
There's another video that I found involving Blackstenius where she slipped over
the Villa game,
and she ended up scoring.
We should probably go and talk about that. And you mentioned, should we put Raya on with a wig? If we can find, if I can find the one where, no, I don't know if I can see it straight away.
Which one are you trying to find?
Where Raya makes the match-winning save against.
Oh, okay. Well, it's funny you should say that because I found it. And
this is me and my mate Sean down at the local. This was a good night, I can tell you.
Hit or miss time for Porto.
Number 13.
That's unlucky, eh?
Unlucky for some, mate.
Let's hope it's unlucky for him. Oh, come on.
It's been a late night in North London, mate.
Yes. Come on, Raya. Come on.
Takes a step back.
Stop.
It's going to be right footed. Here he goes. Arsenal have done it. They've beaten Porto in the penalty shootout. Awesome. What a night, guys. What a night.
Oh, what a night indeed. And it was unlucky, number 13 for him.
It was.
David
Oh, that
Raya,
was an evening. That was an evening and a
great
half.
save. Oh, it was, absolutely.
Big up, Sean. My
Yeah.
my good mate. It's my drinking buddy. Yeah, we had a few shandies that night. It was good.
As you should when you go into the pub to watch football.
What?
Yeah. Huh? Well,
What?
within reason. Within reason.
Yeah, sorry, I was just Steve Austin impression.
But
What beer?
yeah, there, Fuss ends another topsy-turvy but very memorable season on the Gooner Gathering channel. There have been ups and downs like Simon Miller, but we've had fun, haven't we?
And having fun's what this channel's all about, right? If
Yeah.
you could probably tell by the silliness of this whole video, right? We don't take each other very seriously, and you know, we try and keep the channel boundaries to how I like it. In terms of, obviously, you saw Amy a second ago.
Yeah,
I don't think there's many YouTube channels like this where we do fan reactions straight away, like game time. And we keep it within our guidelines. That's basically my rule, because
hence why I hit the mute button when Declan Rice scored the winner.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and you got a strong praise from my my dear wife, Mrs. M, who I would say probably at debut of the season for Mrs. M.
Debut of the season, undoubtedly. Yeah, that will make that category now. Debut of the season, Anna Meadows. What a phenomenal individual she is.
Cheers.
Making that video.
I totally lost my voice. I had no voice left at all. I unusually wrote a script out, and she did the women's report for me, which is great. And yeah, she's far more professional than we will ever be, mate. I can tell you that much. What else do we need to say? I need to say a massive thank you to a lot of people. Firstly, to each and every one of you who are watching this video and watched all the channel develop over the season. We've hit a point now where we're sort of closing in on. We're looking at a 500 subscriber target now. We're nearly on Steve Austin number, mate. We're nearly on 316. So phenomenal effort from everybody. If you could tell your friends all about Gooner Gathering and what we're all about, that will be appreciated. I need to make sure I say a big thank you to this man, because he's my right-hand man. It's funny, we've had an interesting season, me and Posh, haven't we? Probably about 2 days after your birthday, we met in person on that very day, and 2 days afterwards, the signing which would divide Gooner Gathering for so long, it was hilarious, and that
divided the entire fan base, really.
Yeah, it did. The Kai Havertz signing, and well, chaos ensued from that moment. But it's fun to have different viewpoints on this channel, and all viewpoints are welcomed, of course. So yeah, that's been funny how that situation played out, and kudos to this man as well. Yeah, I said kudos.
Yes, very good, very good.
For embracing the Havertz when needed to, right? He's even gone from calling him 29 to Havertz now. So I have an influence over the boy here.
Well, and I've started to call Zinchenko 35 now. So
it was noticed. It was noticed. again, I'm not so sure how long we'll see Zinchenko around the club, from what I've heard. So
hopefully we'll go the same way as Cedric.
I leave the
only
memories
this
alone
time
with
for
Cedric.
money.
Yeah. As I'm going to try and wrap this up a little bit, a few other thank yous I need to do, primarily to the other contributors on the channel. So Sam Wilson, Matt Roberts, Francini, Spencer in the States, my brother Nick, whose contribution for breaking the Declan Rice story was really very much appreciated that Saturday morning. As I was starting work, my phone was going bonkers about what was happening, and Nick was kind enough to do the video for us. So big up to him, and all the numerous guests and stuff that we've had on the channel, from Uncle Rod's to John Sinclair at Newcastle. We've had lots of other people on the channel come and have their say, and it's been a blast. It's been a season. It's a shame we couldn't pick up the league trophy. Perhaps it's going to happen next season. What do you think?
Perhaps, and I think I'm not the only Arsenal fan who's saying this, but there are these rumours and innuendo about Pep leaving Man City. I want to win the league when Pep is managing Man City.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he leaves and I win the league afterwards, everyone else will just say, "Oh, you only won the league because Pep's left." That's why I want to win the league when Pep's managing City. That'll be a good achievement, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about. And we came jolly close to it. And it'd be really interesting to see what happens next season. Be really interesting to see what this man does as the Arsenal manager during the season when we're off playing the Football Manager streams. That's worth plugging. There you go, son.
Yes, you can. I will be streaming Football Manager when I can. And I'm in the Champions League semi-final, and I think I could make it. I'm confident, hopefully confident, I'll be able to make it to the final. And who knows what will happen there?
What a run of games you had yesterday against Manchester City, mate.
Oh. Yep, the big Man City extravaganza. And I did 6 times. Spoiler alert, 6 times I've played them. Haven't lost a single one of them. Pep fears Posh Bertie. Yeah. That's what it is.
There you go.
Has nightmares about me.
Dropping bombs now.
Yeah. Pep Guardiola has nightmares about me every night. I think you do as well. I think you do as well, to be fair. Yeah. I don't blame you for that. Anyway, that is the end of the video. What a very fascinating season it's been on our channel. And you can find me on X at Posh Bertie. My Instagram is at Bertie Wanless. I run Gooner Gathering's Instagram account, which is at Gooner Gathering. And that's it from me. What about you? Where can they find you?
They can find me at Goonerly Meads on X. You can find everybody on the channel at Gooner Gathering on X. And if you haven't followed us on TikTok already, scan the QR code on the screen right now. That will take you straight to the TikTok channel, where I can put music to some of these clips that you've seen today, which won't get us copywritten over here on YouTube. So give us a look over there. You never know, I may do a live in perhaps the week coming up when I am absent from my job, when I have a bit of annual leave. So we'll see what happens on that one. But I think that just about wraps us all up, mate. I'm on the Instagram as well, so if you want to find me on there, Goonerly Meads is everywhere.
Well,
everything is Goonerly Meads.
Yes. He is the sole owner of this channel. But thank you very much. It's been a fantastic video, as Matthew Gregg would say. What a great stream. Stream. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next season, and we'll see you
when we get there
in the summer as well. We'll see you when you get there. Yes. Till next time, guys. Thank you very much.